We're going to go ahead and install Magisk onto a Pixel 4. And we're going to start by, we've already downloaded the factory image, and we have unzipped the package into this directory. And then we've loaded it on this phone, and it's done a factory reset as part of that process. Now we're going to go ahead and configure it. Now, as we configure it, we're going to skip through a lot of this stuff, including, this is very important, the Wi-Fi connection. Now, normally you would go ahead and do that at this stage, but we're going to avoid it because we don't want there to be any over-the-air updates occurring as we're trying to install Magisk. In fact, once we kind of install Magisk, we don't really want any over the updates that'll reset the modifications that Magisk makes that allow you to root this phone. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy into developer mode. Coming down here as usual into settings, about phone, then we click on this build number, come back up, and now we have unlocked this special developer options. Now we've previously made sure that this is bootloader unlocked. And then we're going to importantly turn off this automatic system updates. And this is what prevents you from having the over-the-air updates, which would update maybe the kernel and mess things up. While we're here, we're going to go ahead and select USB debugging. Now at this time, I'll go ahead and connect my ADB connection. That's odd. Okay. Very good. So here, okay, so then the next phase will be, we're going to want to download Magisk Manager. It's a APK file. The easiest way to do that would be to just open up Chrome. Well, first we gotta go ahead, and now that we've turned off the automatic updates, let's go ahead and enable the Wi-Fi. Okay, wait for that to connect properly in just a minute. There we go. Now it's fully connected. Now we go back here to Chrome, and we want to go to the official Magisk Manager website, magiskmanager.com. And in this case, the link I clicked on takes me right here, but I don't really want you to talk to me. How to download latest. There's a link right here. Why is that not working? There we go. Okay, we want to go ahead and keep it. Now it's downloaded, let's open it. Now it's going to ask me to enable this ability for the, I'm installing it from Chrome, something that came from Chrome. So then if you go back, now it should let you actually install it. Okay. Now that should open here. Now we're going to go, we have this thing already set up for ADB. Let's make sure we can see it. Yes, it's got a good connection. So now we're going to start by, so we've unzipped, well, from this directory here that I've unzipped my original factory image here, And then in addition, I went and I unzipped in this same directory this image file. Now the image file is going to dump a bunch of these image binaries into this directory. Now the image directory is going to then give me this bootloader .img. Now we're going to push that. Now that's the boot image for this particular known build that we loaded on this phone. So what Magisk is going to do is actually going to patch that bootloader and then, or that boot image, and then give it back to us. And then, so first we have to get it onto the phone. So we get it onto the phone, we come back to the phone down here. And now when I click on install for this Magisk, I'm going to say select and patch file. And it opens up this thing. Now I put it into that SD card download directory, which puts it right here for me. So it's going to go through this process of altering it. And if you'll notice, it tells me that I've got this Magisk patched image. Now, this is a little confusing because you can't actually download things from that directory. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to pull it from here. So it's just in this same download directory. So we're going to pull that patched image that Magisk altered for us from here. Now, then from here, we're going to do a, we're going to reboot it into bootloader mode. And then once we get it into fast boot mode, we're going to do a fast boot boot. And that Magisk patched image right there, okay? So now what this is going to do is going to temporarily boot the image, this altered image, on the phone. And so if this boots correctly, that's a good sign. And then we can feel safe about going ahead and actually flashing that. Now, if you flash a bad image, it's not the worst thing, because then you have to go through a fast boot, recovery type process, which isn't the worst. Okay, so it has gone ahead and booted correctly. Now you got to be careful. You got to watch it, because sometimes it will, if you send it a bad image, it will actually reboot. It'll try to load the new image, fail, and then reboot. And so if you aren't paying attention, you miss that second reboot, you think it was working and it really wasn't. Okay, so now I'm going to actually change this simply by, I'm just going to add flash in the middle here. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. It's not going to run because I don't have it loaded into bootloader. Sorry, I'm going to go ahead and reboot this thing back into fast boot mode. There we go. Then we will go ahead and flash the boot. Sometimes it does A, sometimes it does B, boot underscore A, sometimes boot underscore B, either way is fine. It just has to do with, the cycle you're on here. And then if I come back down here and just say start, it should boot now with the patched rooted image. A couple ways to check that. One is Magisk itself will unlock some new features once you have it rooted, or rather Magisk patched would be the salient point. And the other thing you can do is check from ADB. Let's first show what we can do from Magisk. So now if I come here, see this bar down here, this allows me to actually, so Magisk has some features. You can add, do these interesting modules and stuff like that, install different things. So now this is not there. Oh, this uninstall Magisk. So that's another good sign. Another way we can check it is if we come over here and we do ADB shell, and if I do, you know, SU, it comes down here. It actually asks me if I want to grant super user privilege to shell, and then it'll actually proceed. So now I'm actually running as root. You can see my I got a bang instead of a question mark for my, not a bang, a hash for my prompt. So I'm running as root there. So that's how you do it.